So UFC 182 is in the books. It's Steve Jewin from MMA Mania, Wrestling Observer, Glove Up or Shut Up, so on and so forth. And we had a 5-round war between Jon Jones and Daniel Cormier. And Jones took 4 out of 5 rounds. The only round I would give Cormier would be the second, and the judges seemed to agree because they made it 49-46 across the board. The really surprising thing was that Cormier was looking for those takedowns the whole fight, and he just couldn't get them. In fact, it was Jon Jones who in the 4th round started taking Cormier down over and over again at will. I think he was making his statement. And he made the same statement after the fight. He said, I don't like DC, it's personal. He pissed me off. That's why I like getting all those takedowns. That's why I like showing him up. So I doubt this is the end of the bad blood, as they called this pay-per-view. It seems like there will be more to come. But for now, at least, Cormier has nothing to say because Jon Jones won the day. And the main card was nothing but decisions. Cerrone came close at times to finishing. In the first round, he dominated entirely on the ground, had Jury in trouble a couple of times, looked like he might get a submission, but it just didn't happen. Jury was able to peel out of it with 30 seconds left to go in the first round. Cerrone dominated for the second round, and then in the third, he really turned it up at the end and just kicked the crap out of Jury when he was on the ground. I mean, he wound up and kicked him with authority. So those legs are going to be hurting tomorrow. 30-27 across the board for Cerrone. Then third from the top was Brad Tavares and Nate Marquardt. And Nate Marquardt really had nothing for him. 30-27 times 3. A dominant performance. Brad Tavares just was outstriking him throughout. Marquardt might have had a chance in the first, but by the second and third, Tavares had chewed him up with the leg kicks. You could see the welts all over the leg of the lead leg of Marquardt, and his face was getting bloody red, his nose in particular. Marquardt just wasn't better than Tavares, and not like the Marquardt of old. So, actually, I don't know why anybody even expected that. I guess he was the favorite with some people, but I figured Tavares was the better, younger, stronger, faster fighter at this point of the two of them, and he showed it. But it wasn't a very exciting fight. It kind of lagged at times. So did Kyoji, Horiguchi, and Louis Gaudinot. Horiguchi got it 29-28, 30-27 times 2. Not a thrilling fight. I wouldn't go out of my way to watch this one again. And same could be said for Hector Lombard and Josh Burkman. 30-27 times 2 and 29-28. Lombard was outstriking him, outworking him, and landed the better shots, but it just seemed to lag a lot of the time. Like, Lombard was trying not to burn out his gas tank because he's so muscular, and Burkman was doing this really weird thing where he would just drop his hands and beg Lombard to hit him. Like, he was trying to get Lombard to gas out, and Lombard wasn't taking the bait. So there was like a whole minute of this fight where Lombard was just following him around, and Burkman was just walking backward with his hands down. It really looked kind of dumb, but what can you do? Prelims. Paul Felder beat Danny Castillo with a spinning back fist at 2:09 of the second round. If that's not a performance of the night or a knockout bonus, I don't know what is, because that was probably the best strike of the whole show. Cody Garbrandt beat Marcus Brimage via TKO with 10 seconds left to go in the third round. Kind of a bad deal that it wasn't stopped sooner, because it looked like Brimage was zombified and maybe took a few too many shots. Shawn Jordan knocked out Jared Cannonier with a big bad shot at 2:57 of the first round. You had to figure with heavyweights it wasn't going to last long. Evan Dunham won over Rodrigo Damm, 30-27 across the board, which leaves only prelim bouts that were on Fight Pass. That was Omari Akhmedov defeating Nilsson, 29-28 across the board. And at a catchweight, Marion Reneau defeated Alexis Dufresne, who missed weight for the fight. And this was the most one-sided beating of the whole card, 30-26 times 2 and a 30-25. That's UFC 182. I'm Steve Jewin for MMA Mania, Glove Up or Shut Up, Wrestling Observer, and so on and so forth.